See, this is what happens when you give a Gamera movie a bigger budget and you actually put in the effort to make it a good movie. Gamera the Super Monster back in 1980 tried to be a relaunch of the franchise, but instead it just kind of killed the franchise for 15 years. So cut to 1995, we have Gamera Guardian of the Universe. The first in a series of movies that fans considered to be the best things that Gamera has his name on. The plot to Gamera Guardian of the Universe is that a giant atoll is seen off the coast of Japan, and scientists start to research it because it moves on its own. It's not just something drifting around. No, this thing actually moves around. And then at some point in the movie, they discover that it's a giant flying fire-breathing turtle that we all know as Gamera. At the same time, another research team discover a flock of birds flying around some of the offshore islands and are picking off the island residents. They devise some plans to capture the birds, but through a series of events, the birds, which are soon identified as Gauss, meet up with Gamera, and the monsters fight in what is a very, very well-made monster movie. So the director of this is Shusuke Kaneko, who would not only direct the later two installments of the trilogy, but he would also direct the single best Godzilla movie of the Millennium series. He and special effects director Shinji Higuchi would bring a life to this series that we've never seen in the other Gamera movies before. You have incredibly detailed models this time around. The Gamera and Gauss suits look great. If not for realism, then at least for animatronic-wise and detail to the suits. And we get a lot of creative camera shots during the monster fights. Like there's one fight where we see it from a street view, and the monsters are a couple blocks away, which kind of looks cool. And then there's another scene where Gauss is thrown against a building, and it's from the inside of a building. We get to see a little tiny copy machine, some tables, chairs, that really look convincing. And also, they're not afraid to take risks with these suits. There are parts of these suits that are damaged. We get to see a Gauss prop just blow up, like burst into a ball of flames and pieces flying everywhere, rather than trying to edit around the explosion. No, they just show you the full explosion with the suit blowing up, or one of them, because there are 3 Gauss in this movie. There's also some really cool details with both suits, mainly in the neck area, where you see the neck doing this a lot. And you see Gamera blink for the first time. Yeah, Gamera and Gauss, for the first time in their careers, blink. Aside from the fact that they blink, both monsters' origins and some of their characteristics are changed for a bit. In terms of their origin, the lost city of Atlantis, yeah, we're falling on that cliche, created the Gauss, but the Gauss became independent and out of control and started destroying the city and its people. So in a hurry, they created Gamera to fight the Gauss. But the Gauss laid eggs, which hatched into the Gauss seen in this movie, and Gamera reawakens to fight them. It works in the sense of getting the two monsters to fight each other. Some of the characteristic changes are pretty welcoming also. For one thing, Gauss is no longer nocturnal. He attacks any time of the day he wants, and he can be terrifying at points. At the beginning of the movie, it looks like he has googly eyes, and as if he's either drunk or confused. But we get to see Gauss evolve through this movie, where he becomes bigger, the eyes look more menacing, and he eventually grows into the giant Super Gauss that fights Gamera at the end of the movie. Now, in terms of Gamera, he no longer defends just Japanese kids. He defends all of humanity and all life on Earth, but he also causes a lot of destruction in the process. Which one of the elements of this movie and this series is that the Japanese Self-Defense Force is hesitant on calling Gamera their ally, because he still causes destruction. Even if he doesn't directly attack humans at all, the destruction level is enough to make them wary. As for the human characters, they're not particularly interesting, although this is the first Gamera movie where I actually like them. I can't really explain why, but this is the first Gamera movie ever to make me like some of them. There is one character named Asagi, who the actress is Steven Seagal's real daughter, and she has this thing where she has a link to Gamera spiritually, where she can read Gamera's mind. Any pain that Gamera feels, she feels also. It doesn't really amount to much, but it is an interesting concept to try to bring a little tension to the human side, although I doubt many people will care that much. Because the star of this movie are the monsters and the special effects. It's very fun, it's action-packed, the climax is really well done. This is the first Gamera movie that I can say is worth seeing in your lifetime. If you've never been a fan of the original Gamera movies from the 60s and 70s, then this is the one for you, because 30 years after the first Gamera movie came out, he finally has a movie to rival any of the Godzilla movies, so worth seeing in your lifetime. And that's my review for Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. Like, subscribe, go check out my video blog channel. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, go like my Facebook page, and this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one.